Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to the voice of Love Island on CBS, Matthew Hoffman. Welcome to the show, sir. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy to be here.
I'm excited. And you're also a host. You do some stuff for Regal, but tables have turned. I have the control now. I get to ask you the questions.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's the C word, and I'm jealous, quite frankly. So enjoy your time, sir. Truly.
Did you always know that you were going to do something in the entertainment kind of facet of the industry, like whether it was storytelling, voice? Did you always know that was something you were going to do?
Yeah, as a young kid, I was always a performer. I was a theater kid growing up in New York, and
Yeah.
I went to the Boston Conservatory for Musical Theater, and it was always, that was the path. As far as Love Island is concerned, I never ever in a million years thought I would be considered as a voiceover artist ever. And even when the audition came in, everyone was like, but you're not, what's happening? Yeah, so that is a surprise for sure.
I feel like a lot of those things just kind of, it happens more than we think, I think, Matthew, like things that just happen. Like, how did this happen? It just happened. Like, you don't really plan on it.
Exactly. And then you wake up like 15 years later and you're like, oh, wait. How did I get here? What's happening? And why is my hair so high? That's usually my inner thought. I'm sure that has nothing to do with you, but that's what's happening.
Absolutely. It's pretty crazy. I mean, social media, especially every time the show airs, everyone's commenting on your narration. Everyone's commenting on the voice of Love Island. People are like, wow, I would love my life to be narrated by Matthew Hoffman of Love Island. I mean, what's going through your mind when you're just seeing those comments, or even like you're not seeing them or people are mentioning them? Like, it's pretty cool that like your narration is being kind of talked about so much.
Yeah, it's very weird. Truly, it's really, really weird. As a human being, it's just weird to take it all in. When you get past the weird, it's very flattering. But you have to, the highest compliment I can get is when someone says like, I feel like I'm watching the show with you.
Yeah.
That's my job. It's to like be the viewer's best friend. And when people say narrate my life, which I think I get 80 times a day, or, like you said what I'm thinking, or, something like that, it's the highest compliment. And, we have the best fans in the world, truly, and they're the funniest fans. So they will let you know if you're on fire or if you're off. Like it's just the best litmus test, and I am just always flattered and grateful that anyone you know watches anything I do, let alone loves it to the level of which our fans love Love Island. So it just truly it means a lot. But you also have to be very careful, because if you believe the good, you have to believe the bad. And so it's nice just to be neutral and know that you did the best show you possibly could, and tomorrow's another day.
Absolutely. I mean, it's different too because people are hearing you. They're not seeing you on Love Island. Does the mindset change then for this project compared to other things you do where you actually
Yes,
could be like
because
seen?
yeah, because I can eat whatever I want, Petey. I'm no fool. Are you kidding me? I'm like, this is the best job ever. I'm like Krusty the Clown in that booth with a donut. Like, it's amazing. But yeah, I mean, that is a plus. I have to say, it's a massive, massive plus. One that I was weirded out about because I am on camera. So
Yeah.
then finally it was like, oh, wait, I'm off camera? Like, okay. But then like you do 2 eps and you're like, I don't have to do my hair. I don't have to put on cologne. This is amazing. So it's fun, but it's also it's an intimate, it's a different level of entertainment, truly. And I feel like people, how do I put this? I feel like people are more connected to me in a way, because they listening to something is different than watching something, and it's been a really interesting switch that I am very grateful for.
It's interesting you remember about that when you say you can eat whatever you want. With the pandemic, a lot of Zoom interviews, a lot of people doing interviews from home. Would you say like 7 out of 10 interviews that were done in people's pajamas, basically, because you can't really see much?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening in anybody's life. I was just truly proud that I got to a chair, under some fantastic lighting. Like to get off my couch during the pandemic to like do anything, I was like, sir, you should be bronzed in the town square. What a feat. You have done a lot today. So
You have to think though about, yeah, everyone missed the interaction and being with everyone and going to the events, and you do the stuff for Regal, so the red carpet events, but you have to also think of like the cost effective aspect of all these like virtual junkets, that it might never be the same, and like we might be stuck doing these things a lot more than we
yeah, I
think.
mean, I think it sped up technology.
Yeah.
I think it brought us forward. But yeah, but again, nothing as unbelievable as this lighting is right now. Nothing beats in person connection and interaction and seeing friends and being a part of something, whether it is in a theater with a community or talking to you in person. Like you can't ever replicate that vibe.
No, absolutely
Although,
not.
although, even though we're doing Zoom, I put on cologne for you, so I'm just throwing that out
I
there.
appreciate that. That is awesome.
Thank
Um,
you.
I didn't.
And I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell. So I'm the idiot.
No, it's just like it just blows my mind too. Like for example, a show like Love Island, we talked about, before, CBS in the States, CTV in Canada, and but like just like even like on social media, even if they don't have access to it, like social media and content has become so global now that people from all over the world can be like commenting on your narration and see a YouTube video. When did you notice, whether it was with Love Island or your hosting stuff, when did you notice how global content has become, like the shift of it being global?
Um, Day one of Love Island, just because it is a format that is so beloved in 18 different countries.
Yep.
So I did not have the luxury to, kind of ease into it. It was very much you a part of this thing, and so grateful to be that. But I think through the pandemic last year, we had run, don't quote me, I don't know what the numbers is, but we had run, I think, in a couple of different countries for
Yeah,
sure, like
for
a
sure.
lot. Yeah, I know we ran in the UK. I think we ran in the Netherlands. Again, I could be speaking wrong, but I know that we were definitely out there, and I had a lot of people reach out from countries I never even thought would see anything I did, let alone binge the show every day, and it kind
That's
of
the
blew my
thing.
mind a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that we're streaming on Paramount Plus, it's open to everybody, which is really really cool. So that's what's so great about, there's many pluses and minuses to social media, but the fact that you can connect with viewers, and Love Island has the best fans in the world, so the fact that like you can be connected with them through different countries, and fans of other franchises, other countries who watch Love Island in Australia or wherever they live, and then to watch ours and kind of never take a break from the format. It's the coolest thing on earth.
Now, this is a legit question. It's a precaution because sometimes you never know, Matthew. Like, I asked this to a lot of people because you can't
Okay.
always assume. Do you watch Love Island? Like, do you watch it?
I watch it every morning. I watch it as the viewer does. So
Okay,
I
because like
come into
sometimes,
it.
yeah, okay, because I've interviewed some people and like I'd be like, how did you, what did you think of your performance or this person's performance? And they're like, I don't know, like I haven't
Yeah.
seen the movie yet. And I'm just like, well, my
Oh,
talking point.
do I watch my own seasons back, or do you mean do I watch the show in real time?
You watch the show, right? Like, so you've heard your narrations.
Yes, I live tweet the show with
Yes.
I live tweet the show with the fans when it goes live. So I do watch it. I'm more concentrated on their reactions than I
That was
am
my
my
question.
performance.
What's it like watching your voice again and like certain things you say? Because you say a lot of like pretty crazy things sometimes.
Yeah, I'm very proud a lot of the days as to what we actually get on air. I'm like, how was anyone watching? Like, how has that been approved? But you don't question it because you're just like, thank you. Yeah, I am kind of amazed on that aspect of like just what actually makes it to air, and it's fascinating to see like, like the final product of everything. I do gearing up for Love Island. I do watch as much as I can stomach of my own performance back until it becomes unhealthy. So like I just watch it to see like, oh, what did I like from last year? What
Yeah.
should I keep going with? We have lots of like inside jokes throughout the series with, from season 1 to season 3. I use a lot of the same stuff. So I watch back to see like, oh, that worked, that didn't work. Let's bring that back. But then I think as anyone would, you get a little like, I stop watching when I'm like, why would I say that line like that? Like no normal human in nature would say that like that. Why did you pick that way to say it? So then I kind of tune out. But it's really fun just to watch it back too. And then honestly, I get hooked on the show whether I'm in it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So which I think is just a testament to the format and the producers, because it's just, as far as I'm concerned, it's a very addicting show.
Well, you're not the first Love Island member to be like, we've interviewed some contestants before. I've interviewed Mackenzie Dittman twice.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love her.
Yeah, so it's crazy to talk to them about how like we think we know how passionate the Love Island fans are, but it just seems like after talking to her, it's like a whole nother level.
It is a whole nother level, and I say that with love. It's you want that it's everything you would ever dream, like to work on something that you love and then put it out in the world, and then it's received at such a high level
Yeah.
of care is the most flattering. It's just the most, I'm the luckiest. We are the luckiest that that we can keep coming back, and we do that because of the love out there, and they're amazing.
Absolutely. Matthew, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I so appreciate it. And hey, Canada, it's happening. We will make this work.
Absolutely. So people can hear your voice, your narration on Love Island, CBS, and on, like you mentioned, Paramount Plus, which is exciting too.
Yep. Yeah, CBS, and stream us anytime on Paramount Plus. We have 2 shows that also run on Paramount Plus that are things you will not see on CBS. So it's a little more how do I say this? There's a lot of stuff that would not get on network television that get on Paramount Plus, and it is a very exciting watch.
But I think people love that stuff, like no matter what, like the behind the scenes. Like sometimes on Popternative, like asking questions about the creation. Like you went behind the scenes of how you do it with like the fact that you can eat a donut and no one can see it, right? People love that. Like you see that too of your Regal interviews. Like people want to know about like what it's like working on things.
Yeah, 100%. And I think people are so invested in our Islanders that they want to see these unedited moments. You want more, right? Like more and more and more. And then as, my track, I get to comment more, and you ask me, is there anything like that didn't get on that whatever, like, are you surprised? I am the stuff I get to say on this show, I'm like, how is that possible? But it's pretty crazy. So it's definitely a fun watch.
Could we give me a quick narration of me? Like I'm just a podcast host with my coffee from Canada. Give me a quick narration. What would you think of?
All right, here we go. You ready?
Go for it.
All right, you do you, and then I'm going to narrate as it happens. Tonight on Love Island, Petey takes a sip of his coffee. Oh, I hope he doesn't dribble on that nice shirt. Oh, it's going down the hatch. We are safe. He's texting me. What is he saying? Matthew, you look so good. Oh, Matthew, you look so good today. Boom! Do you love how I had to steal a compliment for myself in my own narration? Unbelievable. So embarrassing for me, but that's where I went, and here we are.
Thank you for doing that. Seriously, that was awesome. People can follow you on social media, keep up to date with everything, Instagram, Twitter, right?
Yes, you can see me in all my airbrushed incarnations at MatthewHoffman.tv, on Instagram, unrecognizable truly, and then on Twitter at MatthewHoffman1. And yeah, I live tweet the show every night. It's my favorite thing to do, and follow along. It's great.
And I have a quick dad joke before we go very quickly. Did you hear about the telephone who proposed? He gave her a ring. He gave her a ring. Sorry.
Snipers to PD, take him out. Security. I like it though. I like it a lot.
This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Matthew Hoffman from Love Island and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.